previous episodes, you saw that I got my first sports car and why I got it. And now it is time to make it an extension of my personality.
There is something, which I want to do being a graphic designer, being a creative guy, is that I treat my machines like a canvas, So this is going to be changed into something else. I'm going to design it. I'm going to, think what should we do. So I've got a few things here. Like the starting point, of my thought process is, why should I actually change the design of a bike or a car? The number one reason is that, of course, to represent something, but in this case I will be using the number 20, which will represent 20 years of XPHP. I have had a lot of racing games while growing up, video games which involving cars, but not so much involving motorcycles. So when you get a car like this, you definitely feel like your dream has come true, or that video game has come to life. I want the livery that I designed to be reflective of that. So I have my little silver bag of secrets here, my secret sauce. Let's take this out. I have all these samples here. A lot of them are here. In fact, I have around 4 booklets of this. I just start to imagine while keeping the vehicle in question in front of me. And then, of course, the graphic elements and everything. So first of all, I use this laptop everywhere and on the go. I want to show you this here. So this is the Street Fighter V4S that I got, and this is how I designed it. And after the Joker theme, and the reason was because people don't know that the front of the Street Fighter is actually made by Ducati, designed by Ducati after the Joker, getting inspired by that character. So that's why I actually designed a whole bike, and then it got wrapped like this. So similarly, the Mini here, it's going to be like that, and I just can feel it, like it will be pretty amazing. I'm going to give you a small sneak peek quickly here. And look at this, I just love technology, how quickly this thing boots. I am so amazed every time I just open this, and it's so light. This is the Swift 5 here. There is no problem running Photoshop, Adobe Premiere, nothing. And I have quickly done a design. The colors are not final, but this design is going to be an ode. It's already been revealed, I think. So this design is going to be, it was an ode to empowering myself, with technology, because I am able to I've done whatever I've done because of laptops ever since I first had one in 2001, and computers. And now it is time basically to understand that how important these little things are. So guys, welcome to the Moto Villa, and let me quickly give you a tour of the bikes that are here that I've designed. And I love designing, as you already know. So this is the Ducati Street Fighter, the fastest street naked motorcycle in the world. And all the bikes that you see currently here are in 20 years of XPHP livery, which is carbon fiber and red. So half of the motorcycle is, for example, here, red, and half is carbon fiber. And of course, we call this the XPHP Exor Dream Team. So everything has been designed by me on an Acer laptop, of course. And this is a Rocket 3R 2,500cc of bliss. No replacement for displacement. This is 2021 Hayabusa, and this is a 2022 ZX 10R. And this is the Moto Cave here in the Moto Villa. Now let's quickly go up the stairs to the Moto Gallery with the guardians of the Moto Villa. Meet Superman here. You saw Spider-Man over there. All these photos have been clicked by me or of me by other people around 60 countries in the world. This is the Moto launch here. This is where we have community talks and stuff like that, and where I sit sometimes to explain stuff like I'm going to explain to you. So this here, very quickly, is the Predator Helios 300. This is a powerhouse, like I said. I use this to edit 4K videos and stuff like that when I'm not on the road. When I'm on the road, I use this extremely light and thin Acer Swift 5. Over there, you can see a little bit of my workflow. I take images of the internet after I get a vehicle, and I just play around with colors here and there. All these are layered. I like to play with certain symbols. So this one is the aperture. On that side is the sprocket. So aperture and sprocket, motorcycle, and cameras, motographer. So that is where the origin is. And then all these are layered. I can keep changing the colors and everything and see what the output would be. Now I want to mention very quickly a gadget, that I love here, which is absolutely mind-blowing. And this is the cyber shell from a company called Musen. And look at this design. And this is a speaker. Check this out. And not only this, they also have other designs. Check this out. And this is basically, it's a wooden kind of a speaker nestled in a beautiful leather box. This is so cute. This is called the Musen button. Look how small the speaker is. We are all about gadgets. We love gadgets. We love fast cars, fast bikes, traveling. And now time to actually show you the transformation of this car. Guys, let's quickly go and check out the Moto Arcade, where I'm going to show you actually how we play car games in the virtual world, and then we'll go to the real world. Let's go. So guys, this is the arcade room here at the Moto Villa, and let me quickly give you a tour before I head into the driver's seat. So this is my first gaming console, was Nintendo Game Boy. I still have it. And what other things are there? This wall has been also created on the laptop and of course translated. Then I've got real cars going on, like a traffic jam or a freeway or something like that. A small mini city. I didn't get time to develop it even further. But what we have to see here is this thing. So this here is called the fastest Cyber Apache. I made this in, again, Photoshop. And the idea was to create a floor top, desktop, laptop. This is a floor top. So this has a real, one of the fastest gaming PCs that you can make inside this. The wings go up, stuff like that. This here is from Next Level Racing. It's a cockpit, and mated with this is what matters now. Here is the G923 racing wheel true force feedback, and it just is such a beautiful thing to actually use and play video games. So immersive and everything. And of course the pedals and the gear shifter is also mated with this. Now let me quickly show you a little bit of Forza Horizon on this. And this television here is the LG NanoCell 75. I'm just giving you a quick tour here. So this here also is from Logitech. This is the remote control for the Z9065.1 speaker system. Runs beautifully. I just installed this. Now let's actually play. Shall we increase the music? So guys, the work has started finally, and behind me is a Mini Cooper, and I'll show you the actual magician who actually does all my designs. So people have often asked me like, who does your wrap and stuff like that. So there are actually two people involved in this. One, it's myself. I design everything in Photoshop on my laptop, and the actual guy who actually does it is here. So this is Wasim.
Hello.
And he has done a lot of, all of my motorcycles and everything that you see. And right now he's working on the Mini Cooper, as you can see here. A lot of work to be done right now. So this is my beloved Acer Swift 5. This is extremely light. I took this all around Iceland. That is the first time I started using it. Touchscreen and everything. So here we are talking about this design. Here there are basically two sides to the car, of course. This one is the more flashy side, gaming and everything, for the Predator laptops, and this one is for the laptops like the Swift here. And here is, of course, the top. So now
The car is going to be completely transformed as we go along in time. I think it will take 1 week, 8 days, but I can't wait to see how this looks, my first sports car. एंड मैं आपको सिर्फ थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूँ, इतनी आपने बाइकें करी हैं, अब कार भी मतलब आई हमारे पास, फर्स्ट स्पोर्ट्स कार गाइस, एंड यू नो आई डोंट बिलीव दैट एक्चुअली वी हैव दिस कार इन द गैराज एंड इट इज जस्ट स्टिल सिंकिंग इन, एंड थैंक्स टू गॉड, थैंक्स टू एवरीवन. So now the thing that we want to do is that the car is very dirty, so I'm going to get down to actually cleaning it. Smells like bubble gum. It's so nice. I think one of the nicest smelling polishes I've ever used. And look at this shine, man, which is coming out. Shine like a crazy diamond. So guys, I call this car as the rACEr01, and if you can see here, it's Acer in the rACEr, which I am actually talking about, and 01 is of course digital. This side of the car, if you notice, I've designed it to be a little bit more jazzy, and the other side is, well, a little bit more subtle, a lot of more grays. And the reason is that this car actually denotes the Predator line of laptops from Acer, and these laptops are actually gaming laptops. This one particularly is the Helios 300, which is extremely powerful. I mean, I'm editing 4K videos on this. All my Iceland videos have been edited on this. It's a little heavy. It's supposed to be heavy because it's a gaming laptop. I had a different laptop, but that laptop is denoted by the other side of this car. Now, I have obviously got this wrap. In fact, this is actually not a wrap. These are different layers, and I had designed this again on this laptop itself in Photoshop, and doesn't really look really cool here. So let's go to the other side, and here we have the Swift 5, and it is absolutely thin. And this is just 1.08 kgs, and this is the laptop which I was actually carrying with me on my back in Iceland for 3,500 kilometers. Just love this laptop, touch screen, i7, 16 gigs of RAM, and it just is so fast. And I'm editing all my videos, even making reels on this. So I mean, this is for when I'm on the go, and the Helios is for when I'm sitting maybe in the car or in one place and I have to edit really hardcore stuff, and of course gaming. All right, so we are here once more, but this time with the rACEr01. I was here a few days ago, you saw me with this stock Mini Cooper that we had got, and now it has turned into this. I can't still believe that it's here, it's done in this livery, and this livery actually makes sense. It's just not like a video game livery or anything picked up from the internet. Everything has a meaning on the car, like I said earlier. I think it's a perfect car for urban, for the track, for the mountains. Is actually an amalgamation of different products, different companies, mindsets, but it's like a convergent car. I mean, Acer, the main thing is that they have been empowering people. I mean, that is what the Acer philosophy is, and Acer is the main partner on this car, as you can see here. And of course they have been a part of F1 as well, so they have got this legacy connection with cars anyway, fast cars. Then we have Hollyland, which make absolutely stunning stuff. What they had to offer in the terms of LARC 1 and the C1, the LARC 1 we are using here right now on the camera, it looked so good, and of course it also functions so good. I mean, they actually changed kind of how microphones, wireless should be. I also want to talk about the upkeep of the car, and Meguiars is a brand. It's a new brand here in India, but it's not new to the world. They were formed in 1901, same as the Indian motorcycle brand, the Indian which I have. So many years of history, so many years. So how many cars or vehicles, Meguiars, they have cleaned all over the world. It's like just mind-blowing. 119 years, 120 years of legacy. So this whole thing is an amalgamation of heritage, of technology, of dreams, and of possibilities. Last but not the least, as we have mentioned on the car itself, that we don't race on roads, only in video games and on the track. I'm just waiting to take this car on the track whenever that happens. So until then, what we can do is we can go for a short drive.